The NBC race family celebrating the new year with the Rockstar Energy Lucas Oil Challenge Cup here in Lake Elsenore, California. Coming up next, $1 million is on the line as one lucky player looks to beat 3 of the world's best poker players. Face the ace. That's next, right here on NBC. Understand you play a little bit at home.
We do play at home, Bill. It's a family game, but there's a lot of cheating going on at the Dallenbach family poker table.
Not all the cards coming from the top of the deck, perhaps?
No, I learned how to bottom deal a long time ago.
And the kids caught on, huh?
Yes, they did.
All right. Getting ready for the unlimited 2s and the unlimited 4s. Wally is going to jump on the radio to see if he can get a hold of Carl.
Hey, Carl, this is Wally up in the booth. You guys have had an incredible season. Today has got to be just the icing on the cake.
You know, this is going to be like going to the beach today. It's going to be nothing but fun. I got 20 trucks in front of me, and I'm licking my chops right now.
Now, the most critical part of your race has got to be the next couple laps. You have to stay out of trouble.
Definitely stay out of trouble. You know, it looks like this turn 1 right here has got a little bit of traction, which is good, so I'm not going to get a lot of the 2s spinning out. So if I can stay out of trouble the first couple laps, I'll be in good shape.
All right, thanks, Carl. We will check back with you under caution.
Roger that.
Man, he has got a lot of work to do. And we are rejoined in the booth by Cameron Steele, and congratulations on what looked like a strong run until just about the end.
Well, you know, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, so blowing up there at the end was a bit of a problem, but it was a great time. And I'll tell you, this track that these trucks are getting ready to run on is really tricky because there is a lot of dirt moving out there. There's going to be a lot of changes, and especially with these 4-wheel drives ripping up the lines the 2s want to go on.
You just got to think the 2s are really sitting ducks. I mean, I talked to Todd LeDuc before this race, and he's like, the only shot we got is just going like heck to begin with, but they know they're coming.
And the 4s start right on the rear bumper of the 2s.
They sure do, and the 4s have the option to change lanes so many more times than the 2s, and so I think it gives them just a huge advantage here in this race.
See what happens. The field ready to go green, and the green flag in the air. Comes that first turn Carl was talking about.
And Naughton had the hole shot, but he squirrel dogged it just a little bit and loses position to Rob McCachran.
Pretty clean, but you saw how that 2 was bicycling there. Cam was talking about, they get in those ruts. The 4s have a better time through there than the 2s.
Oh, definitely, and that was Todd LeDuc in the number 8. Now, these 2 guys are super fierce competitors. Rob McCachran, Todd LeDuc, they've been going door to door for many years. Robert Naughton, who is leading right now, is a first time in the series really running the Unlimited 2. This is only his 2nd race weekend. And right there in the mix, the number 7 Super Clean truck, Bryce Menzies. He's the young gun of our sport.
Those guys up front in the 2s, they've got to run as hard as they can right now to try and put some distance between them and the 4s.
Oh, into Naughton.
So Naughton getting a little help out of the corner there from Todd LeDuc, and McCachran and Menzies will go.
Oh! Adler.
Greg Adler on his roof.
He has had a tough season, and to add insult to injury, oh, it looked like he's going to get T-boned there as well.
Now there's the contact between LeDuc and Naughton.
And in that instance, you know, it looked like Todd maybe getting a little rough there. Greg Adler on his own, basically rolling. Just, you can see the lines already out on the track, the ridges or the ruts, so to speak.
Right, yeah, rut caught him, and over he went.
He's really happy to see 2010 get here, isn't he?
Indeed he is, and the 2s getting together while they're racing is slowing them down, making it better for the 4s in the back of the pack.
LeDuc leads, McCachran runs 2nd. Let's get an update from the pits and Kelly Stavist.
Rob McCachran said the only advantage to the 2s is starting out front. He said this ground is really heavy and the soil is going away in chunks, creating big ruts, and these 2s tend to bike and get up on 2 wheels, where the 4s can still stick to the ground. So he expects the 4s to have a clear advantage, especially as the track goes away.
And something we've been talking about all weekend, the ruts in the track really affect how these guys run.
And in turn 2, you can see the ruts, probably the worst on the track right now. As we see, Barlow looks like he went over.
And having just been out there racing, oh, Carl Renazetter diving to the inside, making a move on Kurt LeDuc.
There's a couple of Unlimited 4 trucks.
Those guys are true veterans, especially 4-wheel drive. Here comes Carl racing the inside. You see him check up just a bit.
Great shot of the ruts right there.
We said it was a treacherous track. Todd LeDuc leads, but Carl's coming in California. Challenge Cup continues on NBC. The Unlimited 2s and the Unlimited 4s on the track, but not a good day for Greg Adler.
Bad luck just continues for the four-wheel parts wholesalers team. Tough luck for Greg.
Meanwhile, CORR Center has moved from 21st to 7th.
You're looking real good. You're looking real good. You don't need to overdrive. You easily got this. You got to keep a truck and stay out of trouble.
And that's what we've been talking about, because those 4s are so powerful, he's got time. There's some contact on the track.
Naughton and Ampudia, so Ampudia getting by, and here comes Cheney, the first four-wheel drive truck. He's getting by Naughton, so moving into the top 5. It's going to be tough for these two-wheel drives to keep the four-wheel drives out of there. You see both of them now, they start out, they go to the inside, where you'll see these two-wheel drive trucks that are leading the race right now. They have to carry the entire turn and drift the speed.
On the bottom.
Easy. It's not worth it. Mix it up with those guys.
And he's right. The 4s can be more patient. They're going to let it come to them. The 2s, they're driving like maniacs.
Hey guys, Adrian Cheney's working his way through this field. He's never won a major cup race in his career. He recorded his first win since 2001 in round 10 this year. Seems as though he has a combination to win out here today.
And Cameron, you're watching the different lines these guys are running, right?
Yeah, great example. You saw Rob Naughton had to carry his speed all the way around the corner, and Cheney and Carl both dove underneath him, just changing lines.
Cheney bicycles, and that's the kind of passes Carl would like to make.
Nice and smooth. He got those positions.
You hear his crew telling him, you gotta take it easy out there. Here's another look.
Almost looked like he caught the inside, but he just got a ton of bite on that outside tire, and it put him up on the bike, and Carl by just clean and smooth.
Now he's got some tough talent to pass up here.
That may be an understatement. Here on board is the number 21 Rockstar Energy Pro-Am truck. Rob McCachran, one of the best drivers in the sport of off-road racing, but also one of the cleanest, and a guy that doesn't miss any lines. He is up there. Carl is going to have to get by him, as well as Todd LeDuc, and we're on board right now with Evan Evans, who is a paraplegic. He is driving with all hand controls.
Currently running 10th.
Talk about a handful. It's already a handful, but it's amazing what he does in there.
I can tell you from driving on these short course tracks, it is so busy inside that truck. And just the amount of work that he has to do with his hands is really unbelievable. And Carl, now a little bump and run on Rodrigo Pudia. I'm not sure if Rodrigo dropped into the line there, but a lot of times we dog Rodrigo as a guy that's willing to push and bang and get by. And there Carl giving an example of how it works.
A few hands out the window there, you saw that as well. Todd LeDuc continues to lead. Carl Rennesetter making the charge. Marty Snyder's down in the pits, and he's keeping an eye on Bryce Menzies. Marty, what are you seeing?
Guys, it's been fun to watch the development of Bryce Menzies this year. He's really come on, and he's come on because early in this year, in fact, in the offseason, spent a lot of time testing out the Prim racetrack, and that's why he chose this Unlimited 2 today instead of the Unlimited 4. He does run both series, but he said, you know what? I'm just more comfortable in this Unlimited 2. This is what I have on my testing time in. He said, for me, it was an easy choice. It may not be the choice to win the race, but this is the truck I feel most comfortable in.
And you know, for a race driver, that's really, really important. I mean, that's an interesting statement that Marty made, because all of us as drivers, we have favorite cars or trucks to drive that we're comfortable with. And even though you maybe have a better shot of winning than something else, you like the feel of a vehicle, and that's why you go with it. And all of us has our favorites.
Definitely, and it also gives you that mental strength too. With Bryce, he's won 3 times in that CORR powered truck this year, and he knows it. It feels like an old set of tennis shoes when he gets into it.
You can see the competition caution is out. 8 laps are complete. On lap 7, Carl Rennesetter ran the fastest lap of the race, 58.8 seconds. Wally, see if you can dial him up on the radio.
Hey, Carl, this is Wally up in the booth. Man, I'll tell you what, you have done a nice job. Smooth driving, very patient. How's your truck?
Well, yeah, things are feeling real good. Truck's feeling great, and you know, just real calm, and track's great, and I'm just trying to drive a smart race.
Well, your patience has paid off. You got a couple laps to go. Go get them.
Roger.
Competition caution is out at Lake Elsenore. Todd LeDuc leads, but Carl Rennesetter is the man to watch. He has gone from 21st to 3rd. Can he make the pass for the lead? We'll see when we come back. Sports coverage of the Rockstar Energy Lucas Oil Challenge Cup continues from California. Competition caution still out, and as they get ready to go green, we get ready for a mini through the field, starting with Kelly Stavis.
Well, Todd LeDuc described this as the most fun and exciting track they compete on all year, but he also said it's a lot of work. He said he's hustling around the track the whole time. The only breaks they get is when they're actually in the air. They have time to stop and think about what their next move may be. He said it's demanding physically and mentally. So far, he's in good shape.
Well, Todd's going to have that rearview mirror full of the #1 truck and one Carl Renazetter. In the words of Kurt LeDuc, we were going to see carnage of biblical proportions out here with all this money on the line. But the guy that steered clear of all of it, coming back from 21st position, is Carl Renazetter. You got to think that he's going to have a shot at winning this thing here today. And by the way, keep in mind, he splits those earnings with his crew. They want him to win bad. Let's get it to Marty.
Well, Ken, before the race, we told you that the Unlimited 4s worried about the first lap of the race. Now the Unlimited 2s are worried. Rob McCachran told me earlier today that the lap he's worried about, the first lap after the mandatory caution, because he knows the Unlimited 4s are going to be coming. This should be fun, Bill.
Has been so far, Marty.
And, you know, Todd said this morning, hey, listen, we're going to go out and we're going to try to lead all these laps. But I think in the back of their minds, the guys in the 2s, Cameron, they were hoping the guys in the 4s would get roughed up, especially on the restart and at the start of the race.
You don't need to overdrive. You can get him. You can get him. He's driving real hard.
This is for the lead. Todd LeDuc and Carl Renazetter, and it looked like Carl got past McCachran relatively easily.
It looked like Rob just knew that the 4 had what it takes on this track. He just kind of gave way to it. Looks like Todd wants to do a little bit more battle here. Not saying that Rob just gave it up, but he definitely didn't want to mix it up with the 4-wheel drives, and Cheney off just a bit there.
But I think it looks like Todd LeDuc is driving for everything he's got, and I think Carl has a lot left. I think he's just trying to be smart. Oh! Barlow on his head. And I think that's over in turn 2 where the ruts are really starting to get ugly.
The ruts are really starting to develop all over this track, and right now Todd LeDuc in that Rockstar Energy Circle K Makita truck doing work, and here comes Carl with the big #1, the Lucas Oil truck to the inside. I think it's all but done at this point.
Just waiting for his perfect opportunity. It looks like he's got it.
Oh, what a great shot.
The airtime just so cool. That jump, so risky, just airing it out so blind on the backside.
So Carl Renazetter has gone from 21st to 1st. And now is chasing the $30,000 first prize.
Oh, and interesting there, the #7, Bryce Menzies, dive into the inside of his one-time mentor, Rob McCachran. They were teammates just a year ago. Oh, contact. One of the 4-wheel drives trying to get through. Looks like Tim Herbst helped Rob Naughton up into the catch fence.
He's just been beat up today in this race.
Yes, he has. He's going to try and continue.
Let us not forget, though, he did win the super light race, and he did win in his class in the unlimited lights, although the buggies did reign supreme there. Here, another look at it. Just a 4-wheel drive underneath him, contact, and out goes Naughton.
You had to get that buggy thing in there again, didn't you?
Hey, you know, it is what it is, right? We need some respect when we have the chance here on NBC.
That's the battle for second. LeDuc and McCachran both driving unlimited 2s. Renazetter leads in his unlimited 4.
Yeah, the battle for first, I think, is pretty much over unless we get a caution right now, because Carl's out front. He's got no traffic, and it's all his way.
Well, let's not forget that the purse is divided. There's 2 big purses here.
Right.
So there is 30 grand going to the winner between the 8, the 21, and the 7 truck. They are all still battling for the bragging rights in the unlimited 2 class and $30,000 to win.
But only the overall winner of the race gets the Challenge Cup.
Correct.
And right now, that would be Carl Renazetter's.
Unless he slips on a banana peel between here and the finish line, I'm saying it's all but done.
And Todd LeDuc has been, I mean, he's been strong from the green flag. He has been that first 2 truck all the way.
Now, being a driver, you're in there, you're leading the race. Sometimes it's the hardest place to be is leading, especially with a guy like McCachran hawking you, who you know he doesn't make mistakes. You know he knows how to carry the momentum.
Okay, Carl, you got 1 more lap, and you got a nice lead. Bring it on in.
White flag.
Oh, and they're trying.
Contact back there with McCachran and LeDuc, so McCachran's showing a wheel on him, saying, hey, you better go because I'm coming.
But the good thing about oh no, and he just throws it away right there.
That's just what you were talking about. You see the fire erupt.
That's most likely tranny fluid coming out of the overflow. And Todd, normally you'll set in the truck. He won't move because you got other trucks moving around, but his spotter's telling him he's got fire. You can see he's unbuckled. His feet are up on the roof there.
That's a nice fall, isn't it, when you're upside down?
You have experience at that? Now, Cameron, this is just what you were talking about. Rob really pressured him into this.
He got into his head, and Todd just pushed it super hard in that corner. And one thing about short course racing, there is no hiding. The grandstands are right there, so everybody just watched that happen. And Todd just pushing for the win.
Carl Rennesetter now. The finish line is in sight.
Good job, Carl. Awesome job. Rookie yellow. Good job. We needed that. Good job, Stallman.
Very nice, fellas. Very nice.
Well, Wally, you call it icing on the cake, and I guess that's what it is. The completion of a fantastic season. Why don't you see if you can get Carl on our NBC radio there?
Hey, Carl, this is Wally up in the booth. Well, I said it before the race started, icing on the cake. Congrats, you guys have done it all.
And the only thing better about this is that you guys were here to experience it with us. Thanks, man. That's awesome. NBC rocks.
Thanks for the ride, Carl. He's going to victory lane, and so are we when we come back on NBC.
Welcome to my office. This is where I do business for Lucas Oil, where I lead meetings, analyze the competition, gather data, and report results. This is a Lucas Oil testing ground with back-to-back championship seasons. I call it a Lucas Oil proving ground.
Way to go, guys. Feels good to get another W.
Time now for our Rockstar Energy race recap. 27 trucks on the track, 15 twos and 12 fours.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be more trouble here in turn one. There was some trouble there between Knott and Cheney.
I would have never guessed they would get away clean on the first lap, but they did. But Carl Rennesetter with the sweep pass there, just making it look easy with Cheney on the assist, and then getting underneath Todd LeDuc as he moved to the front of the pack.
And then coming around to take the checkered flag, and the celebration begins for Carl Rennesetter and his team. Take a look at the unofficial results, and you see the numbers on the right. That's position in class. So the victories go to Carl and to Rob McCachran. Carl wins the Challenge Cup. He's in victory lane with Marty.
And Carl Rennesetter comes out of his truck victorious here. Winner of the Challenge Cup, and also a lot of money, and a very cool trophy as well. Carl Rennesetter, everyone. Come on down, Carl. We got to talk about how you started 21st today and were able to make it all the way through the field. First, you got to jump down, which is the biggest key. That might be the toughest thing you did all day. You were worried about starting 21st. You and I talked about it before the race. How were you able to come through the field and, as you said, be cautiously aggressive?
You know, I wasn't saying I was worried. I was kind of excited, actually. You know, you don't get a chance where you get this opportunity with 21 trucks in front of you, no points on the line. Just do what you got to do to get out front. And it was an awesome race. This Lucas Oil General Tire team is just amazing. The guys put their hard work and heart and soul into this thing. Family supports us, but I tell you, these tires were hooked up today. And this Lucas Oil team, they give us everything we need to get us in the winner's circle, and I'm just so stoked. What do you think, Og?
There's the family here with them, and I know you said you wanted to burn it down there on the burnout. You did a good job.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to relish that victory, and it was awesome. It's something I'll always remember. And you know, the first inaugural season of the Cup, it was an awesome deal. I've never been on a track with so many trucks.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Marty.
What a season for that man. Carl Rennesetter with 2 championships, and he tops off the year by winning the $30,000 first prize in the Rockstar Energy Lucas Oil Challenge Cup. Coming up next, $1 million is on the line as one lucky player looks to beat 3 of the world's best poker players face the ace next on NBC. For Marty Snyder, Kelly Stavist, Ken Stout, Cameron Steele, and Wally Dallenbach, I'm Bill Weber. Thanks for having us in for the race, and so long from California.